Viking kings were so dangerous, their own men feared them more than the enemy, not because they were weak, but because they didn't stop. Ragnar Lothbrok. Ragnar didn't lose his final battle. He walked into it, captured by Ella of Northumbria, thrown into a pit of snakes. That should have been the end. But Ragnar wasn't thinking about escaping. He was thinking about what came after, because he knew his sons would hear about it. And when they did, they wouldn't come for justice. They'd come for revenge. And they did. They didn't just attack England. They tore it apart. Ragnar didn't die that day. He multiplied. And that's the part people don't say out loud. A king willing to turn his own death into a weapon isn't just dangerous to his enemies. He's dangerous to anyone who follows him. Ivar the Boneless. Most Viking leaders fought in the chaos. Ivar didn't. He stayed back, watched, waited. At first, it looked like weakness. Then something strange started happening. Cities surrendered before the fighting even started. No charge, no clash, just silence. And silence is where fear grows fastest. Ivar didn't need to prove strength. He let people imagine it, and imagination is always worse. But that kind of control, it doesn't feel like leadership. It feels like something else. Because if a man can break an enemy without touching them, you start to wonder what he's doing to you. Harald Hardrada. Harald Hardrada lived for war. It made him legendary. Battle after battle, victory after victory. But there's a line, and Harald never saw it. In 1066, he came to England. Another campaign, another fight. But something was different. The men were tired. The march was long. And this time, there was no recovery. At Battle of Stamford Bridge, it ended. Not in chaos, not in glory, just the end. Because even the strongest men break when they're led into one war too many. Eric Bloodaxe. Eric didn't rise through loyalty. He rose through blood. Rivals disappeared. Opposition didn't last. Even his own family wasn't safe. And for a while, that worked. Because fear holds things together until it turns inward. At some point, something changes. Men stop asking who the enemy is and start asking, am I next? And once that question exists, it doesn't go away. Fear can build a kingdom, but it can't hold one. Cnut the Great. Cnut built an empire. England, Denmark, Norway, everything a king could want. But power doesn't end the struggle. It changes it. Because the more you control, the more you can lose. So the circle gets smaller. Fewer voices, fewer people, less trust. Until one day, it's just you. And a king, standing alone, isn't powerful. He's exposed. Viking kings weren't just dangerous because they fought. They were dangerous because they didn't know where to stop. Because the same mindset that builds something powerful can quietly destroy it. And sometimes, the most dangerous place in a Viking army wasn't the battlefield. It was standing too close to the king.